Announcer bot is active. The qualification session is at Killarney International Raceway in Cape Town, South Africa. The wind speed is 8 km/h from the north-northeast. Dewald Lambert from Bhutan in start-finish is P10. Tommy Leary Moss in Malmesbury Strait is third. Jaco Lambert from South Africa in Back Straight is 9th. Jeffrey Eliru from South Africa in start finish is P1 with 25 kilos. Jeffrey Eliru is up 13.04 in kink. Jeffrey Eliru is up 13.07 in static. Jeffrey Eliru improved his first with a 1:13.064. Danny Van Ruyen is provisional pole with a 1:12.919. Justin Vermeulen from South Africa in start-finish is 10th. Justin Vermeulen improved his 10th with a 1:14.259. 1.340 off pole. Dewald Lambert in Castrol is 4th up 0.41. Tommy Glad from South Africa in Back Straight is 10th up 0.25. Tommy Glad improved his 8th with a 1:14.010. 1.091 off pole. Christian van den Berg is provisional pole with a 1:12.775. Tommy Glad is up 0.17 in Castrol. Tommy Glad is up 0.31 in Sabat. Peter Geldenhuis from South Africa in back straight is 12th up 0.26. 5 minutes remaining in the session. Tommy Glad in start finish is P10. Tommy Glad improved is P9 with a 1:13.817. 1.042 off pole. Peter Grobler from Australia in start finish is 14th. Peter Grobler improved is P5 with a 1:13.243. 0.468 off pole. Jaco Lambert is P6 up 0.10. Peter Grobler in Castrol is 5th up 0.31. Peter Grobler is up 0.39 in back straight. Peter Grobler improved his P4 with a 1:13.063. 0.288 off pole. Danny Van Ruyen is provisional pole with a 1:12.721. Justin Vermeulen is P15. Christian van den Berg is provisional pole with a 1:12.716. Mike Gear from South Africa is P8 up 0.11. Mike Gear is up 0.10 in static. Kayamasi Lila from South Africa in start finish is 12th up 0.15 with 25 kilos. Peter Geldenhuis in start finish is 10th. Peter Geldenhuis improved his P10 with a 1:13.392. 0.676 off pole. Janine Glad from South Africa in start finish is P13 up 0.23 with 25 kilos. Janine Glad improved his 11th with a 1:13.568. 0.852 off pole. Tommy Glad from South Africa in start finish is 13th. Tommy Glad improved his P12 with a 1:13.658. 0.942 off pole. Dewald Lambert from Bhutan in start finish is P5. Dewald Lambert improved his P3 with a 1:12.923. 0.207 off pole. Tommy Leary Moss in Malmesbury Strait is P9 up 0.15. Tommy Leary Moss is up 0.14 in static. Peter Geldenhuis in Castrol is P10 up 0.19. Danny van Ruyen is provisional pole with a 1:12.660. The qualifying session is now in overtime. Peter Geldenhuis is up 0.05 in back straight. JP Janssen from Italy in Stanek is P15 up 0.09 with 25 kilos. JP Janssen improved his 14th with a 1:13.936. 1.276 off pole. JP Janssen is up 0.01 in Castrol. Mike Gear in start finish is P8 up 0.12. JP Janssen in Savat is P14 up 0.12. Leon van Linden from South Africa in start finish is P17. JP Janssen in start finish is P14. The race session is at Killarney International Raceway in Cape Town, South Africa. The wind speed is 10 km/h from the northeast. Race start. Christian van den Berg in start finish is P2 with 25 kilos. De Wald Lambert behind is on P2P. De Wald Lambert from Bhutan is third. Jeffrey Eliru from South Africa in kink is P4 with 25 kilos. Christian van den Berg ahead is on P2P. Jeffrey Eliru is on P2P. Peter Grobler behind is on P2P. Peter Grobler is sixth. Tommy Leary Moss behind is on P2P. Ernest Heather from South Africa in Stanek is P8 with 25 kilos. Ernest Heather lost 8th to Mike Gear. Ernest Heather is on P2P. Peter Geldenhuis from South Africa in start finish is 10th, 0.1 behind Ernest Heather. Janine Glad from South Africa is P12 with 25 kilos, 0.1 behind Tommy Glad. Kayamasi Leela from South Africa is P14 with 25 kilos, 0.2 behind JP Jansen. JP Jansen behind is on P2P. Kayamasi Leela passed JP Jansen for 13th. Justin Vermeulen behind is on P2P. Kayamasi Leela lost P13 to JP Jansen. Dewald Lambert in start-finish is 4th. Peter Grobler behind is on P2P. Jaco Lambert from South Africa in Continental is P6, 0.3 behind Peter Grobler. Michael Gear from South Africa in Castrol is P7, 0.1 behind Jaco Lambert. Janine Glad entering the pits is P1. Mike Gear is on P2P. Mike Gear is now P8. Janine Glad is P1. Janine Glad exiting pits. Janine Glad lost 16th to Dylan Conway. Dewald Lambert in Stanek is P4 6 P2P left, 0.2 ahead of Peter Grobler. Peter Grobler was 1.1 faster last lap. Jaco Lambert behind is on P2P. Dewald Lambert lost 4th to Peter Grobler. Mike Gear behind is on P2P. Dewald Lambert lost 5th to Jaco Lambert. Dewald Lambert is now 7th. Peter Geldenhuis is P9. Peter Geldenhuis passed Dewald Lambert for P8. Tommy Glad from South Africa in Castrol is 11th, 0.3 behind Jaco Lambert. Mike Gear from South Africa in Savat is P5 6 P2P left, 0.4 ahead of Ernest Heather. Tommy Leary Moss behind is on P2P. Tommy Leary Moss in back straight is P7, 0.4 behind Ernest Heather. Ernest Heather ahead is on P2P. Dewald Lambert behind is on P2P. Peter Geldenhuis behind is on P2P. Peter Geldenhuis in start finish is 8th 9 P2P left, 0.5 behind Tommy Leary Moss. Peter Geldenhuis is now 7th. Ernest Heather from South Africa is 8th 7 P2P left, 0.1 ahead of Dewald Lambert. Kayamasi Leela entering the pits is P1. Ernest Heather is now P9. Dewald Lambert from Bhutan in Malmesbury Strait is 10th 5 P2P left, 0.4 behind Ernest Heather. Peter Geldenhuis ahead is on P2P. JP Jansen from Italy in back straight is P13 with 25 kilos. Best lap is a 1:13.715. 1.008 off the fastest lap. Jaco Lambert ahead is on P2P. Ernest Heather in start finish is P9 with 50 kilos 6 P2P left, 0.1 ahead of Dewald Lambert. Ernest Heather is now P8. Jaco Lambert is P9 5 P2P left, 0.1 behind Ernest Heather. Jaco Lambert passed Ernest Heather for 8th. Ernest Heather in kink is P9, 0.3 behind Jaco Lambert. Tommy Leary Moss in Malmesbury Straight on lap 6 is 12th with 50 kilos 6P2P left. Ernest Heather in Stanek is P9, 0.5 behind Jaco Lambert. Jaco Lambert ahead is on P2P. Ernest Heather is on P2P. Mike Gear is P5 4P2P left, 0.7 behind Peter Grobler. Leon van Linden entering the pits is P15. Peter Grobler ahead is on P2P. Peter Geldenhuis behind is on P2P. Ernest Heather in back straight on lap 7 is P9 5P2P left, 0.6 behind Jaco Lambert. Jaco Lambert was 2.1 faster last lap. Jaco Lambert ahead is on P2P. DeWald Lambert in Continental is 7th 3P2P left, 0.7 behind Peter Geldenhuis. Ernest Heather in Volkswagen is 9th, 0.9 behind Jaco Lambert. Leon van Linden exiting pits. DeWald Lambert in back straight is P7. Best lap is a 1:13.151. 0.444 off the fastest lap. DeWald Lambert is on P2P. Ernest Heather in Continental is P9 4P2P left, 0.6 behind Jaco Lambert. Ernest Heather is now 8th. Peter Geldenhuis is 11th. JP Jansen from Italy is 12th, 0.4 behind Peter Geldenhuis. JP Jansen is on P2P. Ernest Heather in Stanek is 8th, 0.4 behind Jaco Lambert. DeWald Lambert ahead is on P2P. Ernest Heather is on P2P. Jaco Lambert ahead is on P2P. JP Jansen in start finish is 12th 5P2P left, 0.2 behind Peter Geldenhuis. Ernest Heather in Volkswagen is 8th, 3P2P left, 0.6 behind Jaco Lambert. Ernest Heather is on P2P. Jaco Lambert in start-finish is P7 2P2P left, 0.7 ahead of Ernest Heather. Ernest Heather in Continental is P8 2P2P left, 0.4 behind Jaco Lambert. Jaco Lambert in Malmesbury Straight is 7th, 0.5 ahead of Ernest Heather. Ernest Heather in Back Straight is P8, 0.5 behind Jaco Lambert. Ernest Heather is on P2P. Jaco Lambert ahead is on P2P. DeWald Lambert is 6th, 0P2P left, 1.1 ahead of Jaco Lambert. Ernest Heather in Volkswagen is 8th, 1P2P left, 0.5 behind Jaco Lambert. The leader has just finished the race. Danny van Rooyen from Netherlands finished first. Christian van den Berg finished P2. Jeffrey Leroux finished P3. Peter Grobler finished 4th. Mike Gear finished 5th. DeWald Lambert finished 6th. Jaco Lambert finished 7th. Ernest Heather finished P8. Tommy Glad finished 9th. Tommy Leary Moss finished 10th. Peter Gelden was finished 11th. JP Jansen finished P12. Dylan Conway finished 13th. Janine Glad is P14. Janine Glad is on P2P. Janine Glad finished 14th. Announcer bot is active. The race session is at Killarney International Raceway in Cape Town, South Africa. The wind speed is 10 km/h from the northeast. Simply Racing entering the pits is 27th. Race start. Jaco Lambert from South Africa in start finish is P2. Dewald Lambert behind is on P2P. Ernest Heather from South Africa is P2 with 25 kilos. Peter Grobler from Australia in kink is 4th. Jeffrey Leroux behind is on P2P. Peter Grobler is on P2P. Jeffrey Leroux is 5th. Christian van den Berg behind is on P2P. Christian van den Berg in Stanek is P6 with 25 kilos. Christian van den Berg lost 8th to Tommy Leary Moss. Tommy Glad from South Africa in start finish is 10th. JP Jansen from Italy in Continental is P11 with 25 kilos, 0.1 ahead of KMAC Lila. Danny van Rooyen from Netherlands in Castrol is 12th with 25 kilos, 0.1 ahead of KMAC Lila. Danny van Rooyen is on P2P. KMAC Lila from South Africa in Malmesbury Strait is P13 with 25 kilos, 0.4 behind Danny van Rooyen. JP Jansen ahead is on P2P. Leon van Linden behind is on P2P. Janine Glad from South Africa in back straight is P15 with 25 kilos, 0.4 behind Leon van Linden. Janine Glad is on P2P. Janine Glad is now 14th. Dylan Conway behind is on P2P. Dewald Lambert from Bhutan is second. Best lap is a 1:12.968. Dewald Lambert is now P3. Ernest Heather in kink is 5th, 8 P2P left, 0.3 ahead of Jeffrey Leroux. Jeffrey Leroux behind is on P2P. Jeffrey Leroux is P6. Peter Geldenhuis behind is on P2P. Ernest Heather in Stanek on lap 3 is 6th, 0.2 behind Jeffrey Leroux. Ernest Heather is on P2P. Mike Gear behind is on P2P. Jeffrey Leroux from South Africa in start finish on lap 3 is P5 with 25 kilos. Jeffrey Leroux passed Ernest Heather for 4th. Ernest Heather is 5th, 7 P2P left, 0.1 behind Jeffrey Leroux. Ernest Heather passed Jeffrey Leroux for 4th. Jeffrey Leroux in Volkswagen is P5, 0.2 behind Ernest Heather. Jeffrey Leroux is on P2P. Ernest Heather ahead is on P2P. Mike Gear from South Africa in back straight is P7. Best lap is a 1:13.178. 0.532 off the fastest lap. Mike Gear is on P2P. Peter Geldenhuis ahead is on P2P. Dewald Lambert in start finish on lap 5 is second, 0.3 behind Jaco Lambert. Leon van Linden entering the pits is 14th. Peter Grobler in Castrol is 3rd, 8 P2P left, 0.3 behind Dewald Lambert. Ernest Heather in Volkswagen is P5, 6 P2P left, 0.2 behind Peter Geldenhuis. Peter Geldenhuis ahead is on P2P. Mike Gear behind is on P2P. Jeffrey Leroux behind is on P2P. Jeffrey Leroux in back straight is 7th, 5 P2P left, 0.1 behind Mike Gear. Ernest Heather ahead is on P2P. Tommy Leary Moss in start finish is 8th, 0.4 behind Jeffrey Leroux. JP Jansen in start finish on lap 6 is 13th, 6 P2P left, 0.1 behind Janine Glad. Peter Grobler is P3, 0.4 behind Dewald Lambert. Dewald Lambert ahead is on P2P. Ernest Heather from South Africa in back straight is P5, 5 P2P left, 0.4 behind Peter Geldenhuis. Jeffrey Leroux in Stanek is P7 4 P2 P left, 0.4 behind Mike Gear. Ernest Heather ahead is on P2P. Mike Gear ahead is on P2P. JP Jansen in start finish is P13 5 P2 P left, 0.1 behind Tommy Leary Moss. Peter Grobler in Castrol is third, 0.2 behind DeWald Lambert. Ernest Heather in Volkswagen is P5 4 P2 P left, 0.3 behind Peter Geldenhuis. Jeffrey Leroux behind is on P2P. Jeffrey Leroux from South Africa in back straight is 7th 3 P2 P left, 0.3 behind Mike Gear. Ernest Heather ahead is on P2P. Mike Gear ahead is on P2P. Danny van Rooyen from Netherlands in start finish is 9th 1 P2 P left, 0.4 behind Christian van den Berg. Tommy Leary Moss in start finish is 12th 4 P2 P left, 0.4 behind Janine Vlad. Peter Grobler from Australia in kink is third 7 P2 P left, 0.2 behind DeWald Lambert. Peter Grobler is on P2P. Ernest Heather in back straight is 5th 3 P2 P left, 0.3 behind Peter Geldenhuis. Mike Gear in Stanek is 7th, 0.1 behind Jeffrey Leroux. Ernest Heather ahead is on P2P. Danny van Rooyen in start finish is 9th 0 P2 P left, 0.3 behind Christian van den Berg. Janine Glad is P12 5 P2 P left, 0.2 behind Tommy Leary Moss. Peter Grobler in Volkswagen on lap 9 is third 6 P2 P left, 0.2 behind DeWald Lambert. DeWald Lambert ahead is on P2P. Ernest Heather in back straight is P5 2 P2 P left, 0.3 behind Peter Geldenhuis. Ernest Heather is on P2P. Jeffrey Leroux in start finish is 6th 1 P2 P left, 0.2 behind Ernest Heather. Ernest Heather in Continental is P6 with 100 kilos 1 P2 P left, 0.2 behind Jeffrey Leroux. Danny van Rooyen in Castrol is P8 with 25 kilos, 0.3 ahead of Christian van den Berg. Christian van den Berg in Malmesbury Straight is 9th with 25 kilos 1 P2 P left, 0.1 behind Danny van Rooyen. Christian van den Berg is on P2P. Mike Gear in back straight is P7, 0.2 behind Ernest Heather. Mike Gear was 0.6 faster last lap. Ernest Heather ahead is on P2P. Danny van Rooyen from Netherlands in start finish is 8th, 0.1 ahead of Christian van den Berg. Christian van den Berg in Continental is 9th, 0 P2P left, 0.1 behind Danny van Rooyen. Mike Geer from South Africa in Castrol is 7th, 0.2 ahead of Danny van Rooyen. Danny van Rooyen in Malmesbury Straight is 8th, 0.1 ahead of Christian van den Berg. Mike Geer ahead is on P2P. Christian van den Berg in back straight is 9th, 0.2 behind Danny van Rooyen. Tommy Leary Moss in Stanek is P11, 0 P2P left, 0.4 behind Tommy Glad. Janine Glad behind is on P2P. Jeffrey Leroux in Continental on lap 12 is P5, 0 P2P left, 0.2 behind Peter Geldenhuis. Peter Geldenhuis ahead is on P2P. Tommy Leary Moss is 11th battling Tommy Glad. Jeffrey Leroux in Savat is 5th, 0.1 behind Peter Geldenhuis. The leader has just finished the race. Jaco Lambert finished P1. Peter Grobler finished 2nd. Dewald Lambert finished P3. Jeffrey Leroux finished P4. Peter Geldenhuis finished P5. Ernest Heather finished P6. Danny van Rooyen finished 7th. Mike Geer finished 8th. Christian van den Berg finished 9th. Tommy Glad finished P10. Tommy Leary Moss finished P11. Janine Glad finished P12. JP Jansen finished P13. Dylan Conway finished P14.